When you look at it from India and the India-UAE corridor, how are things shaping up on right now, and what has it been like in the past?
We were seeing a lot of Indian businesses looking to explore what does the Middle East opportunity work. So, for example, I mentioned Saudi Arabia going through a big transformation on capex. A lot of Indian companies were very active. In fact. And I was there in Riyadh a few weeks ago, and I was at the Expo 2030 site. And I saw a bunch of Mahindra vehicles out there, and one of my local leaders pointed out that until maybe 6-12 months ago, there were a lot of Chinese kind of vehicles out there, right? So you see participation of Indian businesses out there. L&T had a big kind of setup, in the region. So the infrastructure play was attracting a lot of kind of Indian companies into the region. Similarly, the consumer, there is a big Indian diaspora across these markets. So what does that mean in terms of consumption patterns and for Indian brands that want to operate out there? Were you seeing a lot of that? And conversely, we were seeing a lot of investment interest into India. So for example, particularly from the UAE, we had a lot of funds that the sovereigns that were looking at India to say where are the opportunities, because as I briefly mentioned earlier, one of the key tenets for the Middle East has been how to diversify the economy beyond oil. And when they seek to do that, they want to participate in growth stories that are more global, and India was a very natural kind of ally. To the question on what's happened since the war, I think, as I mentioned, I think it's a little bit of a pause effect. There are still investment plans for India, and we've seen some of those big investments from players like IHC to say both in terms of acquisition targets in India plus greenfield kind of large projects in India. But I would just say that as they try to deal with their own kind of situation right now, maybe there's a little bit of a pause before activity kind of starts again out there.